Oh my god, my camp is a mess. I have to clean up because I want to sleep here tonight. Oh. Okay, first I have to get rid of the cage that I made from bamboo. Pretty cool, but I haven't caught something yet, so just gonna put it to the side. I don't know if you remember when I was making this. This was my first clay pot that I have made here on the creek. And yeah, it turned out pretty good, but actually it has a crack, so it's leaking. As you can see, I don't have a lot of firewood anymore, so that's the first priority. And today I have this rucksack with me. It's just a very cheap rucksack that I want to try out today. And I also have a bug out roll with me. And actually, this bug out roll is by my friend, Canadian Prepper. And this is where I have my smaller things in. So everything's organized. And yeah, I just have to open these buckles to access the content of this bag here. And the buckles at the back side. And voila, there you have your stuff. I'm using a carabiner to hang this bug out roll on my shelter here. And now I got all of my stuff and nothing is, you don't have to search for anything in your backpack, in your rucksack. You just have everything organized. And I really love this bug out roll. It's made from very high quality. So if you're interested in getting this product, make sure that you're visiting my friend Canadian Prepper on YouTube, and there you will find his website as well. Now I have a few other things in my backpack, but I don't want to get out my sleeping bag yet and my insulation mat. I do that before I go to bed. And now I really want to find some firewood. Okay, this birch is very dry, so I can use it for firewood. And here I got another birch, but it was lying on the floor, so I don't know, maybe it's going to burn, because I heard that birch even burns when it's wet, so let's try it out. Okay folks, so I just found these two dead trees here, and they have the perfect size in diameter, because I don't have a splitting axe with me, so I'm looking for wood which is not too thick. This is ash wood, pretty hard wood. This is pretty good wood, for example, if you need a handle for an axe or something. And the great thing is, it burns almost smokeless. It has been dead for at least 2 years. It's pretty dry. There's no green cambium layer anymore, so I should be fine. Kindling is always important, and you always should keep it even after you lit the fire, because sometimes the fire doesn't burn so well, and with the kindling you can, make the fire hotter again, and then the bigger chunks will burn better as well. I'm just going to store my firewood here on my stove, because here it's quite dry in the air. I have enough of this dry wood here. Not all of it is very dry, but most of it. And here you can see the fireplace, and it's totally destroyed, so I have to rebuild the fireplace now. Yeah, man. There's a lot of debris in my fireplace, and everything is wet. And there's even earth here, in here. And that's because basically we had high water like a couple of months ago. And yeah, I'm glad that my shelter is still standing, because normally the water can reach a height of this here easily. So I was pretty lucky that I still have my shelter, actually. So if you're new to this channel, you probably don't know, but I have made a furnace here in this fire pit. So I have two of these tunnels, air tunnels, and they bring in fresh air, and then the fire burns much better. And this is important for example, when you have wet firewood, and with the air supply, with the additional air, the fire is going to burn so much better. Okay, here the tile has broken, so I have to get out some earth out of the air tunnel. Okay, this air tunnel has a little bit of earth in it too. It's pretty warm today, which is very unusual for January. I can't see any fish here, but I know that there's a good spot over there. I've seen many fish there in summertime. Maybe I can catch one. I'm preparing some firewood. And I want to do a little bit of it now, but most of it I'm going to cut later at night, because now I want to do other things. So I'm just cutting a small bit of the firewood now. Making firewood is really a lot of work, so I need to replenish my calories. And today I have this with me for eating. I have an apple, a banana, some bread and sweet chestnuts, and I also have this lamb here, which is a steak. Pretty expensive stuff, but actually I have to say, yeah, I rather spend my money on expensive food which is organic than on junk or other stuff which is not so important in life. So yeah, to me that's pretty important, to eat healthy and to eat meat that comes from animals which were happy. Well, now it's getting darker and I have about 1 hour of daylight left. So first I want to prepare myself a bow drill fire. And I have this willow wood here. It feels a little bit wet, but it can't be actually, because it was underneath the shelter. So maybe it's just moist from the air around the creek. But I think I'm going to give this a try, and I try to make a bow drill set. Yeah. At the inside it feels dry. And for the spindle I'm going to take a thinner stick, this one here. Today I'm going to use this knife here. It's a custom made Mora Pathfinder. And the great thing is that it has this bow drill socket in the handle, which is exactly what I'm going to need today. So I got willow wood here, and I have to say that this is one of the best woods for bow drilling. So if you are in need for a bow drill fire and you come across willow, that's what you want to take with you. The spindle almost has the perfect size. I don't want to carve it down too much anymore. And now I'm just going to make a sharp point at the end. Now for the fireboard, I have to split it a little bit to make it square so that it doesn't roll around a lot. This is about 1 centimeter of height, and yeah, that's my preferred height when I'm bow drilling. I'm taking this wood here as a base layer to protect the fire from the cold ground. Okay guys, so the first time didn't work out, but the dust is very black and I'm pretty sure that it's going to work the next time. But now I have to take a small break because I'm exhausted. And yeah, I want to wait a little bit until I have my full power again. I have one. I have an ember. Oh God. Okay, I'm going to try and dip it into my small bird's nest. Just come closer so that you can see. Okay, it didn't want to burn. I believe that the tinder is still a little bit too moist maybe. But now I have heated it up, so if I can create another ember, then maybe it will ignite the next time. I got another ember. Oh God. As you can see, the tinder is burned a little bit, but it didn't start to burn properly. That's not good at all. I have a problem with my tinder bundle. The tinder is too coarse, the grass is too coarse. So what is the solution? Now I could go back to my bucket roll and take a lighter and make a fire, but I don't want to make it too easy for myself, and I still want to get this going. So there's actually one thing that you can do, which is you want to make very fine shavings from dry wood, like this one here, and with the shavings they should be able to catch the flame. Yeah, I got it. Yes. Yes, I got it, finally. Oh God, that took a long time to make that fire. But hey, I got it, right? And I didn't need a match. So it's all about persistence when it comes to survival. And I have to say that this bow drill set, the willow, worked really good. So super awesome. So it was about time that the fire burned, because I'm getting very hungry, and now I still have to wait until the coals burn down. But I really want to cook my steak, so I'm really looking forward to some good coals for my steak. Today I want to show you my self-made lantern that I have made. Basically, I have scavenged some LEDs of an old flashlight, and then I just have attached a switch and a battery holder for 18650 batteries. And yeah, I can turn on the lantern like this. And I have set this up inside of a waterproof container. And this is great for camping, especially when it's winter time, because you can throw it around in the snow and it doesn't get wet and the circuits won't get damaged. It's really nice to sit by the fire. Wow. So as you can see, I didn't do a lot of things today. I just collected some firewood and made a boat drill fire. And I really wanted to repair my fish trap, but actually it's gone. I can't find it anymore. So probably the flooding has taken it away. I can't find it. So I'm probably gonna start carving a spoon out of this willow wood that I have left. As you can see, the fire is burning very good and efficient because of the air tunnels, which bring in fresh air, and then your fire burns much better and you have less smoke, and it's much more fun sitting by a fire that has less smoke, you know. Oh, damn it, I broke it. Ah! Okay. Well, yeah, it's better to cut it off than to break it, you know? Now I want to make my steak. I'm just going to put the grill on the fireplace. Okay, now I need my tongs. Small piece of meat. I'm going to use some pepper and some salt. Okay, I think the steak is done. Oh yeah, that's looking dandy fine. I'm telling you, that's the best lamb I've ever eaten. It's so good. Oh, I got a message. By the way, I have a new phone now. This phone here is not capable to use the internet. It's just calling and text messaging. And I've decided to put away my smartphone because, you know, it was getting very stressy. WhatsApp all the time, and when I tried to work, it was making sounds all the time, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, so I was interrupted like every 2 minutes, and then I decided to go back to an old phone because it's very stressful. And now I have this one here and I feel so much more relaxed. So it's still pretty early in the night, and back here I have an old frame from a torch, and I have some birch bark over there and some other fire starters and pine resin, and I really want to make a torch, and then I want to try to go night fishing. Okay, in my bugger roll I have a little bit of wire, and this is exactly what I need for this torch, because if you use some cordage like plastic it will burn, or if you use natural cordage it will burn as well. And now I'm just going to use this wire which can't burn. And now I'm just gonna take my fire starters and push them into the torch. And that's it. That's my makeshift survival torch, which I'm going to use for fishing. Okay folks, so now I'm at my favorite fishing spot, and I know that around here there are a lot of fish all of the time. So I heard that fish are attracted to light. So now I'm going to ignite my torch. I can't see anything, no fish or anything else, no crayfish at all. Okay, my torch is out, but I want to try it at another location still. Okay guys, so unfortunately I didn't have any luck with the fishing, and I tried 2 different spots. But then at the second spot I have entangled my fishing rod, so yeah, now I'm just gonna go and stop fishing and continue making my spoon here. I gave my best. This was the spoon. I was almost finished, and then it broke up here. So today I don't have a lot of luck with spoon carving. Now it's time to go to bed. It's almost 12 o'clock. And now I want to get out my sleeping bag and my insulation mat. This here is an inflatable down mat, and you shouldn't inflate it with your breath because your breath is always a little bit moist, and then you would lose insulation. So you have to pump it up with this airbag here. I really hope that I don't burn a hole into the mat, because actually this was freaking expensive. I think I paid over 200 euros or so for this mat. And this sleeping bag here is even more expensive. It's a down sleeping bag, goes down to -6 degrees in the comfort zone. And I believe it cost 300 euros or something. But you know, I don't want to be cold, and I get really cold easily as a woman, and I'm very thin, so I'm already cold when men think that it's still very warm. I really need a warm sleeping bag. You probably can't see it, but actually it's a little bit raining, so it's very fine particles of water flying around. I believe it's the fog, and I can even feel it here. So I have to make sure that I sleep very at the very back end of the shelter, because I don't want to get wet here. Yeah, so everything is ready for the bed. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? So everything is ready for the bed, and yeah. Yeah. Good night, guys, and have a good one. See you tomorrow. I didn't sleep until I believe it was 12 o'clock or so, and then I slept in, but then I woke up again because at about 1 o'clock I heard some kind of creature in the creek swimming, and it was making a lot of noise, not like a duck would swim. So I'm pretty sure it was an otter, which we have here in this creek sometimes. Yeah, and it was swimming around, and then it was blowing its nose, and then I heard it like eating some wood or roots. So it was really loud, and I was listening to it till about 2 o'clock, and then I just slept in. So yeah, I think I heard a mouse too over there somewhere. But yeah, all in all, I had a pretty good night's sleep. Okay, so here you can see that almost all of the wood burned entirely, except of these parts here at the sides of the fireplace. But everything else burned entirely, and especially where the entries are to the air tunnel. So I can really recommend making air tunnels for your fireplace if you want to have a smokeless night. Okay folks, so now I want to go down to the water and see if I can find any tracks of that animal that I heard yesterday night. Let's see. Oh. I'm pretty sure it was an otter. I can't find any tracks here except this one here, but that was not the animal for sure. Okay, now I want to pack my stuff. I'm really glad that I had this bug out roll with me, because I made a windshield at this side in the night, because the wind was coming into the shelter from the side, and yeah, with the bug out roll I had a windshield, and that was pretty awesome. Okay guys, so we are leaving. This is the backside of the shelter, and now I'm going home, taking a warm shower. And yeah, don't forget to click the notification bell of my channel, because otherwise you probably won't get notified anymore of my subscriptions. And yeah, that's it guys. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned till next time.